Hello, my loves. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. We're back. And we're doing this very frosty kind of, I don't know, I kind of want to say like winter fairy vibes, kind of cotton candy-ish frosty blue eye look. Really feeling it. It's super easy, super quick, very, very simple, and I'm feeling it today. I usually don't post an eye look that I'm not feeling. I feel like I say I'm feeling it myself in every video, but that's because I am. I only use things that I enjoy, and things that I enjoy make me, I almost said make me feel myself, but that doesn't sound right. So we're not going to say that. We're just going to show you what we use today. I just used a couple of really affordable palettes. Everything, you guys know I'm so cheap. So everything I get is always on sale. Really focusing on the eyes today. For my skin, I really didn't do much. I do have skin on, but for the most part, all I have on is this Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Loose Powder. SPF 16. It's really good. I just kind of take the little stamp in here. Comes with a little cute little stamp, and I just kind of stamp it all over my face, and then I go over it with a big powder brush, and make sure that it's evenly dispersed. For primer today, I used my L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. This is in the fairest shade that they have. This is 901. Really beautiful, gives you that really nice kind of lit from within glow without any glittery mess on your face, which I really enjoy. And then I went in with a little bit of contour. I used the same contour I use every single time. My Profusion Highlight and Contour 1. Look at my shade right here. Like, it's almost gone. I'm so excited. I have never finished a makeup product in my life, and this one is on its way out the door for sure. I also used this shade as my highlight today. Really, really beautiful. Slightly texturizing, but the texture of my skin is really, really nice right now, especially since I don't have like tons of foundation and stuff on. So it looks really nice. It's a really beautiful kind of rose gold, kind of pinky glow. I really enjoy it, and I thought it went really well with the look that we have going on today. For blush today, I used this Carter Beauty Cupid blusher palette. I think the packaging is adorable. I love the window, so you can see all 4 shades in here. I mixed these top 2 shades, so these 2 right here. So I mixed Devotion and Infatuation. Really beautiful shades. This one's more neutral. This one's more pinky. They're both, I don't know, they're both pretty neutral. I wouldn't say this is warm, and I wouldn't say it's super cool. Really beautiful. I think it goes well with like the blue eye. Really, really cute. For lips, I went over highlight, I went over foundation, blush. Oh, I used my Physicians Formula butter bronzer. I used the light one, the light bronzer. That's what I used for bronzer all over my face today. And lip. So for lip, I have one of my favorites. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade Gentlemen Prefer Pink. These are just classic lipsticks. Really beautiful, really creamy, nice and bright. It's got a pearl finish, so it's got this really beautiful kind of like light shine to it. Really, really comfortable to wear on the lips. Not super long lasting, but it's a cream lipstick, so it is what it is. But I'm not the kind of person that minds reapplying lipstick as the day goes on. I kind of enjoy it. For lip liner, I used my L'Oreal color Riche. This is in the shade Rose. Just a really beautiful kind of mauve-y rose kind of tone. Really, really gorgeous. I will swatch this for you. It's a beautiful, beautiful lip liner. Not super long lasting, but they just glide on the lips so smoothly. They really are. It's just a wonderful formula. So that's what I have on my lips. For my eyes today, I used Morphe. I used the Morphe 18H Sweet on Hue palette. I love this packaging. It just looks so girly and so kind of dreamy. Very, very pretty. This is what she looks like on the inside. You have a nice sized mirror, and this is what the palette looks like. Now, this reminds me very much of the BH Cosmetics Dance, like 80s Dance or like Dance Remix palette. I don't remember the exact name of the palette, but this looks very much like one of the BH Cosmetics ones. I don't know if this is a dupe for that or if that's a dupe for this. Either way, really, really beautiful palette. So I went in with this shade, Mint to Be, this really beautiful shade. I went in with this shade. I've got this on my lower lash line. I went in with this. I did my lower lash line, but kept it really close to my lashes and kind of buffed it out. I used a couple of the shimmer shades in this palette. I also used this Colourpop palette. This is the Rumor Has It palette. Really beautiful blue palette. I will say this formula is not the fantastic Colourpop formula. I did find that these shades are a bit tricky to blend. I really had to kind of work to get my blend on today. Not something I'm used to with Colourpop shadows. I don't know why these are working so differently than most of my other palettes, but nonetheless, still really beautiful, really pigmented, workable. It was not terrible. They're not super blendable either. So I was trying to go for like a lot of depth on my outer corner and really just couldn't make it happen. Still happy with what I ended up with today, but I was aiming for something just a little bit different. So we used this bad boy too. For my inner corner, I have this on. This is the KVD Alchemist Palette. Oh, so good. I know that I've talked about this one before, but it is worth repeating. It is such a gorgeous palette. Just the shades in here are so stunning. I've never used anything quite like it. I wish to the good Lord that I could get a backup of this palette, because I am terrified of running out of it. I use it so sparingly because it's just so good. It's so good. I have never come across anything quite like these shadows. So worth having. I actually got this as a gift last Christmas, and boy, am I still ever so very thankful. I also used a little bit of a Stila shadow today. I used a little bit of the Stila, I don't know if it's Glitter and Glow or Shimmer. Okay, so this is this Stila Shimmer and Glow liquid eyeshadow. This is what it looks like. Really beautiful, very iridescent, very metallic liquid shadow. It dries down and it doesn't move. It's so gorgeous. I love it so very much. This is in the shade Freedom. I actually got this on sale at Burke's. I think I paid $3 for it. I know the retail on these is kind of astronomical and not anything that I would ever pay for a liquid eyeshadow, but so very happy that I found this for the price that I did. I love this thing. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Excuse me, my allergies are crazy. Again, I forgot to take my allergy pill. So if I'm sniffing, it's because, yeah, I forgot to take my allergy pill. So now that we are done with our 7-minute intro, 8-minute intro, let's get into the eye look. I'm going to go into the Sweet on Hue palette first. And I'm going to go into the shade Mint to Be, this really beautiful powder blue right here. I'm going to take this all over my transition area. I'm going to go really heavy with this as well. I'm going to take it on my Morphe 01, so it's my biggest blending brush. Just a big domed blending brush. This is going to cover a lot of area with very little effort. Just gonna really dunk it into the Morphe palette. Now these do kick up quite a bit, so this is not one of those shadows that you just, they don't kick up quite a bit because there's not a lot of kick up in the pan, but they're powdery, and not in a bad way, because they still go on the eye very beautifully, but this is not one of those shadows that you just dig your brush into. All you gotta do is just tap in very lightly and you're gonna get product on your brush. I'm gonna take this all the way up, not blowing it out too much on my outer corner, just really sticking to the natural contour of my eye, and I'm going to put this all over my transition area. Now, topic for discussion for this video is going to be family. I know that family is complicated, whether everything with family is complicated. It just seems like family is one of those things that's either really great or really bad. There's not really an in-between. I'm not going to get into like my big personal story because nobody needs to hear that. Anyway, I am not from the best situation on the planet, but I do feel like that has made me into the kind, caring person that I am today. Look at the pigmentation on that shadow. Pause. Look at the pigmentation on that shadow and tell me it's not so stunning. It is a really beautiful sky powder blue. I'm so in love with it. I saw that shadow and I was like, I have to do blue. I haven't done a like soft powder blue eye look in a moment. and I'm really happy I decided to do one today. Also, let's take a minute for my brows. They were looking a whole lot better before I decided to start messing with them a whole ton, but I am so happy with how my brow journey is progressing. Back to family. So anyway, I am not from the best situation on the planet. I'm sure that it totally could have been worse, though, you know, I couldn't, sorry, fixing my, because I'm running my mouth, so I gotta fix my lipstick. Though when I was in that situation, I couldn't see how it could have been worse, but I know that it does get worse. So I don't really have family, but I do have, I have family, I just don't talk to them, right? But I do have, I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest of 3, which is probably why I'm such a mother, you know? Like, I took care of my little sister. I have a little sister and a little brother. Though my little brother is not tiny. He is a 7-foot-tall mountain of a man. Anyway, very much a mother. I looked after both of my siblings in a very big way. And unfortunately, we grew up and we kind of just all went our separate ways. And just, I mean, we're all within like 2 hours of each other, but really just don't talk as often as we could, and I wish I did. But I do have a really, really great relationship with my niece. I have one niece and two nieces and one nephew. My sister is fertile myrtle. I'm going to go into the Colourpop palette now, and I'm going to go into this really beautiful, it's just like a half a shade darker than the Morphe one, and I'm going to use this in our lower transition area. I'm going to go in with the same brush and just not take it quite as high, but I'm going to put it right in here. I'll use a slightly smaller brush. Let's do the Dew Color 06. And I'm going to go into Do Tell, which is what I'm doing. Do Tell, so this beautiful, beautiful, kind of slightly darker. I would say it's more of a sky instead of a powder blue. This does have just a bit of shimmer in it as well. But I do have a really great relationship with my oldest niece. She is absolutely adorable, got all the attitude in the world, and I love her to pieces. She's kind of like my surrogate daughter. I don't have one. And my sister is very, very much a tomboy. She is not into makeup or anything like that. She is just she's a very down-to-earth woman. She's kind of a hard woman. I love her very, very much, even though we don't speak as much as I wish we did. But she's just kind of a hard woman. But my niece is very, very much into makeup. She's into perfume. She's into all of that stuff. My sister doesn't know anything about it. So that's something that we've ended up bonding over. But the reason I'm talking about this is going back in to that blue shade and just kind of building up the pigment on my lower transition, bringing it all the way to my inner corner, and really just kind of tucking it in to that contour right there. And then I'm going to go back into the first brush, and I'm just going to kind of mix those two colors. You can see the powder blue and then the darker Colourpop. This shade I did find is just a tiny bit difficult. It's sticky. And when I say sticky, it means when I put it down, it doesn't really want to move after that. So I am going to dip back into the Morphe palette, back into the Mint to Be, and just kind of try to use that to help with the transition just a little bit. Very, very light. I don't want to build up this pigment too much, but just using it very, very lightly to try to help blend that line just a little bit. But the reason I'm talking about my niece and family and all of that good stuff is because I didn't know this, but you know, children will find a way, right? So I found out that my son and my niece are very, very close, have been for forever, and just really genuinely like each other, which I'm happy about because I feel like family is important. And even though my sister and I aren't on the best of terms, I really do wish that for my son. So anyway, I found out that my son, he got a tablet for his birthday. I'm going to go into this color now. This is called... I am so blind, guys. Something paper. This one right here. I'm going to take that on this brush. So this is just am I going to use that one? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to use a brush like this. So this is kind of like a flat, fluffy brush. I wouldn't say this is a packing brush. I would say this is more of like a crease blending brush. And I'm going to gently dip into this shade right here. Now, I just gently tapped it and quite a bit of pigment came up out of the pan. So this is very, very softly packed. Just be careful when you're dipping into here. It is very, very pigmented. I'm going to take this in my crease and starting at my outer corner, I'm going to bring this all the way through my crease. So anyway, I found out that my son has been using his tablet to talk to my niece, which I thought was so awesome because I really do want them to be close. But I just love how life finds a way. I think it's so beautiful, really, how life finds a way. I'm so happy that they're talking, you know, just because things don't always go the way that we wish they would, doesn't mean that you have to punish your children by depriving them of family. It's not the kid's fault, you know, that my sister and I can't get along, and it's not my niece's fault. It's not my son's fault. I don't feel like we should punish them. So I got to talk to my niece just a little bit, and I said hello, and I told her that she's welcome to come see me anytime. But I just thought it was so cute. And then they're playing this online game together. I couldn't tell you what the name of it is because I am so bad with that stuff. But they've been playing a game together, which I think is so cute and so sweet. And I'm so happy about it. I very, very much wish and hope that they can have a better relationship. And I'm hopeful that I can fix my relationship with my sister at some point in the near future. I don't speak to my parents or my grandparents. And I feel like family is so important to feel grounded. I feel like, especially in the world right now, with everything, with all the isolation and, you know, lockdowns and just the pandemic and just the way that the world is and the way that people are in general, people are not nice anymore. People are not the way that I wish they were. They certainly aren't the way they were when I was growing up. And it seems like the world is changing faster now than it ever has before. And sometimes I really worry about the world that my child is going to inherit. It bothers me. It really does. I am scared for it. I'm going to go back in to this shade in the Rumor Has It palette. I'm going to go back in with my Dew Color 09. And I'm just going to slightly go over that line from the darker blue. And just, again, trying to get a really, really nice gradient. Get everything really nice and blendy. I'm going to take this same brush and I'm going to dip into that slightly darker color. Just a tiny bit. And I'm going to place a little bit of this right on my inner corner. Not a ton. I don't want a ton of pigment there, but I do kind of want to do a semi-halo eye. I'm going to do that little, like, really bright pop of the Stila liquid shadow in the middle. I don't want it to be too dark, but just a little bit of that darker pigment right in the inner corner. Just like that. I'm going to go in with a even smaller brush. This is my Real Techniques shader brush. And I'm going to go into this darker color. So this is, no, I'm going to go into page, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is called page 6. Yay, the shade names are on the back too, and they're bigger. That makes me happy. So I'm going to go into page 6, and I'm going to mix it just a little bit with Confession. And I'm going to use this on my outer V just to kind of deepen everything up a little bit. And I'm going to bring this probably about a third of the way into my crease. Not much more than that. Really focusing on my outer V. There is a little bit of fallout with this shadow, but I don't have any kind of cream or liquid on my face, so it should dust away fairly easily. I'm just going to go into this sparkly shade now, Confession. And I'm just going to kind of pack this on the outer quarter of my eye. It's a really beautiful, deep, dark shade. So, so gorgeous. It really brings like an electricity, just like an electric kind of to the eye look. It's so, so pretty. But in this day and age where everything is just moving so, so quickly, I really hope that my son and my niece can have that sense of, you know, belonging that family brings. And I know there's a lot of us out there that crave the connection that is family. And I really, really hope that they can continue to have a good relationship. I really hope I can fix what's going on with my sister as well. So I'm going to go in with my Stila shadow now, and I'm going to go in with a very, very tiny, very dense, flat packing brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit off of the actual dough foot, and I'm just going to start to pat this on my eyelid. I'm going to take it all the way up to my crease, but not above. And I'm just going to slightly overlap onto the darker shade. And then I'm going to take a clean finger, and I'm just going to tap that line, much like I would if I was doing a cut crease. Just kind of tapping that line to fade it just a bit. I'm going to take a tiny bit more on my brush and build up the pigment just a bit. I really, really like these Stila shadows. They set super, super quickly. They're so easy to work with, and just the shine on them is unreal. Really, really pretty shadows. And that's about it, my loves. I'm going to do a little bit of pink on my lower lash line, just to kind of bring a little bit of like flirtiness to the look, and kind of like a cotton candy vibe. For that, I'm going to use, you guys already know, this is the same brush I always use on my lower lash line. This is the Nikita Morphe collab brush set. This is the N6. I'm going to go into Sweet Talk first. This really beautiful kind of like baby bubblegum pink, but there is just the slightest bit of glitter. My camera is not going to pick it up, but there is just tiny, tiny little bits of micro glitter in there. So, so gorgeous. I'm going to take that on my brush. And really just blend that out. On my lower lash line. I do have a tiny bit of fallout on my outer corner. I'm just going to take a towel and gently pat that away. Looks better. Still just a little bit there, but I'll go back over it with a little bit more powder and we'll be fine. Going back into my Nikita brush, I'm really just going to kind of build up this kind of pastel baby pink color just a bit. Just to break up the iciness of the blue. I don't have concealer on, guys. So my under eye bags are here. And they're kind of like saying, hi. Oh, but it's like 1:30 in the morning. And that's okay. You guys, I so appreciate you. I so appreciate your time. I am so thankful for you even clicking on my videos. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate just sitting here talking to you, doing my makeup. Even if nobody watches it, I enjoy making these videos, and I thank you and appreciate each and every one of your clicks. I'm going to take a e.l.f. small angled brush, and I'm going to go into this really beautiful kind of like hot pink. This is called Cake Poppin' right here. I'm going to take this right on my lash line, starting at my inner corner. This is just going to be a bright little pop. And I'm going to take it from corner to corner. Just like that. I'm going to go back over it with the Nikita brush and just kind of blend that out a little bit. Just so it's nice and like not, the line isn't so, I'm so tired and can't think. Yes, blend it out. Anyway, gonna go in with a brown eyeliner to do my upper waterline. This is the Milani Stay Put one. This is in the shade Semi Sweet. Just gonna do my upper waterline, and that is for no other reason than I think it helps my lash line look just a bit fuller. For my waterline, for my lower waterline, I'm gonna use this one. This is the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner in the shade Blue Trip. Really beautiful, beautiful bright blue eyeliner. Gonna take this right in my bottom waterline. Just gives a little bit of a pop, kind of ties in the blue in a really pretty way. For a highlight, I'm going to use this super, super cheap liquid eyeshadow that I got from Shop Miss A. This is the Liquid Diamond Illuminator from Amuse. I got this off Shop Miss A. It was $1. The doe foot on this is like so interesting. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's like curved. I don't know, it almost looks like it's supposed to go on your lips, because I feel like it would cup your lips in a really, really beautiful way. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and tap this right underneath my eyebrow, and then tap it out with my finger. It's a really beautiful silver glitter kind of moment, but it's really subtle, and when it hits the light, I feel like it's really, really beautiful. It gives me that really icy kind of tone that I'm looking for. So good. It's giving me Anna and Elsa vibes for sure. Frozen vibes 100%. I'm going to go into my Alchemist palette now, and I'm going to use the shade Sapphire. This one right here. I know it does not look blue, but you put it on the eyes, and it is just absolutely the most stunning thing you've ever seen in your life. I'm just going to take my Shop Miss A brush. This is the AOA Studios E124. It's just a very small pencil brush, and you just need the smallest amount. And just look, it looks like blue fire. It is just the most beautiful freaking thing ever. I am so in love with it. And I think it is perfect for highlighting the eyes. Oh, so, so good. Love it, love it, love it. The last thing that I'm going to do is, of course, put eyeliner, not eyeliner, but mascara and lash primer on. I'm not going to bore you guys with that because y'all know how to put mascara on. Y'all know what to do. But this is it, guys. This is, for the most part, the finished look. I look very, very tired right now, and I don't have concealer on, so my bags are like really making a statement right now. But I hope you can appreciate the eye look for what it is. Really, really beautiful. Very, very icy. This is definitely a look. This is definitely a moment, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. As always, guys, no filters, no edits, just me sitting in front of my camera, hoping you guys are liking what I'm doing. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I will be posting finished pics over on my Facebook page, Makeup for the Everyday Mama, so please head on over there and check it out. I do post things there that I don't post here, so you guys will get some fresh content as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me talk about my family problems. I do know that I'm not the only one that has them, but they do suck. They suck. But I am glad that my son is getting to have a relationship with his cousin. I feel like it's important, and I feel like you guys are important, and I love you so, so much. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you are very, very important. Love you. Bye.